All right, I think we're live. Let me know how the voice is, how the guitar is. All right, Electro Omega. I'm getting what's known as confirmation. Thank you. The man is back. You hotshot. Hey, Steve, do they still make this model? No, they stopped making this one in 1992. And even then it was second gen. Really, the one I was looking for, they stopped making in 1989, which was actually produced in 1988. It's a long, sordid story. What's up, Juan Blanco, Steve Franklin, Little Roadie Guitar, Chris Bevan, Electro Omega, Ricky. Oh, you rock. Six String Brian, Ben Tom, Don Sassano. Ben Coombs, my mod man. Mod Squad, Simon, Rev Gary, Susie Cherry, of course. Frank C., John Clark, John Doe. 84 guitars. Do you really have 84 guitars? It's a respectable neighborhood. Yeah, we can go to Drip Cam. There it is. There's the paint job. That's the job there he did. And you can see the original color. Right there. The red. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's it. And the funny thing is, he shot it all like this, right? Like, when he put it on Facebook, like, every picture was like that, right? Absolutely no specular highlights. And the Guitar Center one, of course, had a white background. Let me go back to my other cam. Had like a white background with, very dark front of the guitar, but the inside bouts looked very bright. I said, well, maybe that's it. I'll try. I'll give it a go. Yeah, it's the Walmart trip. Exactly. It's like I got, Versace diamonds on my Walmart trip. Well, what you notice is that on this entire guitar, like any of the edges, and I don't know if you'll be, you know what, let me go to Drip Cam. You'll notice on the edges, just around all the edges, there's a buildup, right? There's a name for it where, like, on an edge, a surface, probably because of surface tension, right? It doesn't flow out. It builds up at this edge, and he's got that, like, all around. Of course, this one wound up getting to the point where it dripped. And he had another drip. See it up there? See how the edges got, like, almost like a little wall to them? And I swear he had another drip, like, right there. The other thing is, on Gen 1 versus Gen 2, these are softer edges. Now, you don't know that for sure, because on a refin, they could just sand them smoother. But Gen 2 is a much rounder edge than Gen 1. I like the hard edge of Gen 1. I thought that's what made the first gen so cool, was like it had no contours. It was so modern at the time. I was like, damn, look at this thing. It's like sharp, really, really sharp, you know? So, should have gotten the Kramer. I know, right? They wouldn't sell me the Kramer. Yeah, I know. I love how Dr. Rosewood is, too. I'm almost a little suspicious of it. Like, a dude who would paint this, would he, like, dye the fingerboard? Maybe. Though I haven't had my fingers turning black, so that's usually a good indicator. This is just an Edge. Yeah, the Low Pro Edge doesn't come out, I think another year or two. I don't know if they ever put, did they ever put the Low Pro Edge on a 560? Maybe. Maybe towards the very end, but not really, no. It's all Edge. It's the one Joe Satriani likes. I think the Edge is the best one they make. And I think a lot of people a lot of Ibanez aficionados would agree with that. And a lot of them, I know, look at the neck on that. It's a bit on the thin side. It's a thin neck. It's got some decent figuring, though. I don't know if I can catch it in the light. But, of course, up there at the at the very normal spot, I feel like my contrast is way too low. But anyway, let me know how the picture looks. I feel like my face looks like pasty. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm contrasty. But I've been fiddling it with these knobs all night. Back down to here. Yes, very consistent. A little too consistent. But it does sound good. Your 92 550 has a Low Pro. Then I think they had a 92. Well, does the serial number say 92? Because that might have been 93, right? Is the serial number a 92? Or is the serial number a 91? And you're saying it was available retail in 92. Because if your serial number is 92, then that wouldn't have been shown until the 93 catalog. That's how they work. I've been through this 1,000 times. Like, why isn't my guitar in the catalog? Why is it only in the following year's catalog? It's because they're always a year off on their serial number. If your serial number is 92, that would put its retail at 93. What's the nut with R2, R3? I have no idea. It's thin, though. These necks are small. You know, these are really small necks, which is why I love them so much. They've changed the whole approach. They put a volute in the back now, and they only sink the plate from the front. They don't drill through the body any longer. Right, solid wood there. And they add a volute. You long-eared volute. I don't think the head was broken, no. No, but you know what? There's cracks around here, and those are pretty common. And what he probably did was just wanted to fill it with some glue or something like that and seal it up, and then sanded it. And because once you sand it, you discolor the wood because you take the finish off. It's a pretty common problem, actually. But mine don't have. That's a little extra. I've seen worse, but all my other ones are better than that. You know. Serial number F2, yeah, that would put it 92. That would mean it was 93 retail. So that would be right, because they would cross over in 92 to 93 from Edge to Low Pro Edge, if I remember correctly. If I remember correctly, those were the years. It's a very playable guitar, though. It's why I fell in love with these guitars to begin with. These necks are just, I mean, they play themselves. Hey, the wizard necks, they were making wizards out of mere mortals. I really love them. But that said, this guitar has a lot of things going against it. A lot of things going against it. Not the least of which is the refin. But, plus the headstock cracks, the fact that it's a second-gen body in a first-gen neck. And I've found some more stuff out since I got it. One of the things I found out right away, the second I took out, is that, I don't know if you can see it. Oh, you know what? Let me go to Trem Cam. Yeah, right there. You see right there? See that little barrel right there? That barrel? That barrel's supposed to have a screw on the bottom and a clip that goes down the side and goes into a slot. That clip is used to hold the bar into place and keep it from falling out. Besides the other clips, it's supposed to have this click. When it goes in, it clicks. There's no click because it's missing that clip, right? So the retainer clip for the bar. So I've actually, that's a commonly missed item. So when I first saw it, and I was talking to Bobby, he's like, yeah, but you can just get that right off of Hoshino. Because he's been in the same place, He's like, yeah, but that's easy to get. I'm like, yeah, I know. But it's just one more like $6 item with $20 in shipping I got to get, I checked today, they don't have it on the website anymore. They don't sell the clip anymore. Either that or they just don't have it in stock. But a lot of stuff they didn't have in stock, they didn't even have it listed. If they don't have that clip listed, that means I got to go to some friggin' Shylock on Reverb or eBay and go like vintage retainer clip, $112, I mean, it's going to be like a nightmare. So that alone is like already put me at pretty much 100% that I'm going to return it. It's the only way I can get, my return. So of 100% of my money, I mean, everything else after that's a risk. So a lot of options came up. One of the options that came up was hold on to it and just fix it up. Some people were like, the option was, okay, here are the, let's put out the options. Option 1, return it for 100% of my money back because I have the 45-day return policy and I can just walk back in the store and get all my money back. 2, keep it. Some people would say resell it, but I would never do that because I don't know what I would get in resale. And I don't want to deal with that. 2, keep it and just use it. Sounds good, right? It's got a good sound. Right? Plays good, sounds good, right? That's my dilemma. I kind of like the way it plays and sounds, but so do my other RG560s play the same way. It's not like I don't have this experience if I don't have this guitar. I just pull one of my other 560s off and I go, oh yeah, right. God, these are great, huh? Right? It's not like I can't live, I won't have the experience of playing an RG560. I have 2 of them. Right? So, there's that. I had at least 2 people reach out and say, well, I had a bunch of people say, refinish it. And I had a couple people say, swirl it. And I was like, now you're talking. Now you're talking. You know what? Maybe swirling is a good idea. Okay, now we're, Captain, we have a working theory, right? It's like, this might work. But then I was like, do I really want to go through that? And then I thought back, what about the Skull and Bones project? 7 years in, body still stripped. Huh? Are you working on the, 12 to 17 year time frame? So, just knowing myself and just wanting to play the guitar and use the guitar, I figured, repainting it myself probably wasn't an option. And then I had a couple of people reach out and say, What, Ed? Uh-huh. What, Ed? What? What, Ed? Reach out and say, send it to me, I'll refinish it for you. Like this guy in California and this other guy were like, I can totally refinish that for you. And, I don't know if they're offering to do it for nothing, but I would feel a little weird to have them do it for nothing, And so then it gets into a weird place where, you're getting people to, like, give you, like, charity to do something, and maybe it would give them a little bit of exposure too, but, and it would be a good project to sort of go through, but I don't know, it sounds like a burden coupled with a hassle, right? I mean, is it me or not, right? It's like, so we could like strip it down, have it sent out, have it painted, maybe even swirled, or not. It's like, guitars are like guns, never sell. I don't know. I used to think like that, and then I sold a bunch of guitars and felt better about it because I was literally tripping over them, and I needed space. Great project guitar, get it customized, return the product, not worth it. A lot of people were saying return it. Again, let's take another look at the paint, which is, I've seen worse, I've seen, pretty much anything professional would be better than how this came out. In fact, you can see right there. See it? See the buildup around the cavity? And see this like little wonky area around here? Well, thanks, Josh. How do Genesis models compare to the 80s RGs? They're much thicker necks. The necks are thicker, without a doubt. They don't make them this thin anymore. This was just an experiment, That's a I think the thinnest neck on the market. I mean, who makes a thinner neck? I'm trying to think of who would make a thinner neck than that. I can't think of anybody. Yeah, right. It's already swirled. I know. No, it's not supposed to have the flakes. It is the colors are metallic. If you again, let me see if I can bring up the other color. If you look at that original color in there, it is kind of metallic, right? But not like that. Not like that metallic. That's more Charvel. Without a doubt. That's way more like a Charvel. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's a regular Wizard neck. Yeah, this is the original Wizard 1. Even the Wizard 2 is, I think, a tiny bit thicker. Wizard 1 is the thickest. I mean, the thinnest. And then they just got progressively thicker. I don't think that the Wizard neck that they put on the Genesis, at least the ones I felt, you know what I could do is, I forget something. Bobby might have a Genesis. I forget now if he got one. I'll just put a caliper on it. I have an RG560 from 1990, right? We'll throw a caliper right on it. And this is 87. This is the OG neck because it's got the serial number on a sticker instead of silk screened on. Yeah, kind of like the Jack Butler flake. It's a good comparison, actually. Because I've played that guitar. I know the one I know exactly the finish you're talking about. A little bit more Jack Butlerish, but orange, right? It's a pumpkin spice. It's Jack Pumpkin Spice Butler. Yeah, you gotta careful with these next. You'll cut yourself. Now you bought the guitar. Time to get rid of the Kramer SM1. Oh, I know you want that guitar. No way. That's my new collection. I'm gonna start collecting SM1s. Now I need one of the metal flake. You know what? I'll tell you this much. I'd take the Kramer and the metal flake over this friggin' metal flake any day. Having seen both of them up close. You know, the orange crush on the Kramer crushes this. Yeah, like a Starbucks Sparkle. What's the scale length? I gotta think it's 25 and a half. It's 24 frets. The fret wear is actually pretty low. Frets are actually not bad, and actually appeared to have possibly have been potentially crowned. Right? I mean, no. Mechanically, the thing is good. I'll tell you another thing that, you know what? Let me just show you. There is one other thing I found. These screws holding these pickups into them, I don't believe they're the correct screws, right? Yeah, they're not even close to looking like that. One of these pickups, I want to say it's this one here, is sort of stuck in there, right? The pickup head is like, you know, not even on the top of it, because you probably couldn't get the screw to go down. And it's sort of jammed in there. Why? Because the walls have been, have been thickened up, and the cavity is smaller, and, you know, the big, thick cavity walls of friggin', enamel paint, the pickup is stuck, right? They don't move. They can't, it's stuck in there. So already there is a pretty good chance, I'm just saying, statistically speaking, I could damage that pickup taking it out, without a doubt. Because I believe the edges are stuck within the enamel. He might have even put it in there when it was a little bit wet. And wrap your head around that. Was the neck broken? No, but it probably had the traditional cracks. You know? It's CGS. Oh, what's up, buddy? And to his credit, for he is an Englishman. Man. Everything I know about that is from The Simpsons, of course. Steve just picked up the new Dave Murray signature Fender Strat. It's awesome, I'm sure it is. It's got a Floyd on it, right? Doesn't it Floyd with two humbuckers? Didn't come with a case. And here's another thing. When I was looking around and I found the Facebook listing, right? I said, oh my God, there's the guitar right there. And the second I saw it, I go, that is a repaint. I called them up. It hadn't shipped yet. I called them up. I get a guy on the phone. Hey, someone in guitars, blah, blah, blah. And I said, listen, I put an order in and it hadn't shipped yet. If it shipped, do you have the tracking number. He's like, oh, you know what? We haven't shipped yet, and with the COVID and everything, we only ship 1 day a week now, and only one person handles it, so it's really slowed it down. But it'll go out this week for sure. I had ordered it on Monday. This is a Wednesday that I'm calling him. I'm like, cool. Do me a favor, if you could, if you don't mind, if you're not busy. Could you just go take a look at the finish? The finish on that's like really important, like to the value. Can you just take a quick look and just tell me if you think that's the original finish? If you could just look on the back, and if you can see maybe into the trim area, around the anywhere. Yeah, you can get a feel for it. Can you just take a look and just see, is that a refinish or is that like the original paint? Because that'd make a big difference about whether or not I'm even going to be like wanting the guitar. He's like, no, I understand. He goes, I'll go take a look right now. So he throws me on hold, and he goes off, and he's gone for like 5 minutes. Comes back on the phone. Still there? Yep. Okay. I looked at it, and I had the guitar tech look at it, and we're both in agreement. It is definitely the original finish. I was like, cool. All right. And then I think to myself, well, you know what? I don't know that this guitar is maybe I'm dreaming things. Maybe these are two different guitars. And this guitar really does have the original finish. I'm just crazy, right? It's just all a crazy dream. Then it showed up. I was like, oh, you mother. That's the guitar. That is the guitar original finish. No, I looked at it, and the tech looked at it, and we're both in agreement. That is definitely the original finish. And I was like, cool, great. No, I had a professor in grad school that if you heard, no, that's good, no, that's great, you weren't doing too great. You were dying out there. That was the death knell, okay? So, anyway, after seeing this and like laughing out loud when I first saw it, I was like, well, you know what? Let me plug it in, and I gotta say, I thought it kind of sounded good. So I just think it was one of those things where, if this was reverb and it was like all sales final, you cannot bring it back, I would have hesitated. I would have been like, no, I'm not going to be stuck with your friggin', nonsense. But I'm assuming the picks might have been better on reverb. So, that's part of the problem with the picks that were on Guitar Center, is that it was like a white sheet for the background, and he's way far back, so of course the white sheet sets the level of darkness. The whole front of the thing is like in a shadow, and that was sort of like my downfall with the whole thing. Just their crappy picks are just crappy. But if it sounds that good with bad paint, imagine how good it would sound with good paint. and I think if it wasn't missing, I mean, if I want this sound, I could just take my lipstick red one and buy this exact same set and just throw it in that. I mean, all 3 pickups would cost about $250, like tops, with all new pots and everything. I could always just do that. I'm about to refurbish my original one. I'm going to do a fret dressing on it and crowning and get that thing all straightened out after never really doing that on it. Plenty of meat left on the frets though. The frets are so jumbo. God, they last forever. So, part of me is like, do I keep it? Send it back? I keep it? So I'm sitting there, do I keep it and send it back? I keep it, send it back. Hey, God. So the great thing is I don't even have to send it anywhere. I don't have to pack this thing back up. If I want to return it, I throw it in the back seat of my car and I drive over to the Guitar Center, which is about, 30 minutes away. And I walk in with it and I go, yeah, I'm returning this. And here's everything that's wrong with it. And here's how you should write this up. I've been his parts caster with repainted body, DiMarzio pickups, and first gen 87 neck, which I love. This is the neck. These are the necks. These first. Oh, thanks, Steven. I started casting. You can keep the guitar and get your money back. Yeah, I'll. I already. You know what? And here's where I think this guitar is already in trouble. I've kind of moved on, right? And by that I mean I've been sort of looking at other guitars to take its place. And once you're there, once you're to the point where you're like, that guitar looks pretty good. That guitar looks pretty cool. I'm already looking past this one. So maybe it's it. So I think after, beating this horse for 30 minutes, I think we're finally to the point where we're saying, I think it's going back. I'll just drive it over. I could probably drive it over there tomorrow. The neck is pretty awesome. I know, right? 'Twas but a late summer fling. Exactly. Would you ever get a baritone? Yeah, I like baritone. Who just made a baritone that looks sick is that guy who made the Bear guitars. He made it like a one-piece oak body. No paint or anything. It's just oak. It looks sick. It's pretty crazy. Jack, I'm already playing the field. Make sure they relist it correctly so you know that the next guy knows what he is or isn't getting. Yeah, I'll go over there and I'll say, look, I'll sit there. We could do one of those montages where it like ticks in the background and I'm pointing this out and, when we're fading between shots and he's going, sure. And then I walk out and they go, just list it the way it was. Sure. Like relist. like we don't care. up, Cushman? It's a hot shot. Yeah. Oh, it's hot shot, all right. It was shot a little hot. He's like, look, I could put on 5 coats. I could put on 2 coats, okay? 2 really, really heavy coats. Hey, just coming through my mind. Anyone listen to the new Ace Frehley album? Came out yesterday. I have Amazon Unlimited, so I could just load it up on there and play it. I don't know how much guitar he's playing on it. I can tell when he's playing, and some of those, he must have brought in, I don't know if he has a band, and those are the other guys, but it's pretty good playing, man. And they do, it sounds really good. I'd say the production is so much better than the first Origins album. I thought the first Origins album was kind of weak. I thought the second one, this new one, is much better produced, and I like the selection of songs better. Yeah, I'll tell you. Yeah, that's good. I talked with my tech, and we're both in agreement. It's definitely not the original finish. Exactly. That's pretty funny. Oh, you kids. Yeah, it's AutoZone Orange, right? It's IL-12 Orange. I'm using THU. In fact, I was using, this is the bass sound, but I have a heavier version of it. Where is it? I just throw a mod in the front to give it a big stereo. But it sounds better like when I do, so like if I, just to show you how good it fills in, like here is 2, 3, 4, 2, 3. Right, there's no guitar. And let me make sure I have the sound up. Yeah. So here it is with this patch. Right? And then, but compare it to, check this out. I think it sounds a little fuller, a little stronger, a little better with this one. Here's the same, where's my thing? Here's the same track. right? I mean, wouldn't you say the second one is fuller? You know, I just think it is. That's just me. So while I like this one for fooling around, when I do the backing track, I often will use the other one. I just think it sounds better. You like the first one better? Yeah. I think the second one is just more stereo, you know? That's the first one. I went back. Oh, yeah. Well, that can also go like, you know... It can totally work. Yeah? Some people like the first one better. See, I like the second one. Yeah, you thought the first one was? You thinking what? You thinking too much? Too much on the number 2? Yeah. Okay. First one's the best, yeah? You think the 2-1, so you felt like the 2-1 was too strong? Yeah, Matthew liked 2. I think John said he liked 2. Who does number 2 work for? Yeah, you tell that turd who's boss. Yeah, and then that second one, again, which is they're the identical patch except for one thing. The second one, I have one of those dimensions, and I use the vanilla. That's actually 2 things that are different. Versus that's the second one. It might just sound. Now, is it better 1 or 2? Too much saturation on the second, yeah. Hi, Metal Rocker. This coffee's terrible. It's burnt and has a nutty flavor to it. Exactly. Who does number 2 work for? You tell that turd who's boss. 2 sounds more live. Yeah, that's... Are you an eye doctor? No, but I've been known to see a few. I had glasses at age 10. Hello from Nashville, in the British section of Nashville. All right, we're going to go back to 2 again, because that's what we do. The difference with this is I can turn the dimension off. Is I use that vanilla drive. Here it is off. That just fattens it up a little bit, and then the dimension. The alternative could be a chorus, you know. I gotta hit that. All right. Back to dual heavy rig, and I'm back to the car. Who is that woman? That's no woman. That's a man, baby. I don't know any King's X. Yeah. Number 1 wins. Shaking my head now. Number 2 sounds better. 2 for the win. What's up, Mike? Been playing for 50 years. Just bought my first tremolo pedal. Loving it. No, I never tried one before. Yeah, I'm counting up on my 50th. 2 more years from September, from this month. I'm gonna call it like the week after Labor Day, because I remember I started taking lessons as soon as right after Labor Day. We started the first week of September, 1972. I'm just using my regular cam, my Logitech. GoPro. I just got the new GoPro. It should be here Monday. I got the 9. Every year I get the new one. I had the 7. Last year I got the 8. Now I just got the 9. Should be here Monday. Although my old one, they added web mode, so webcam mode. What happened to your red guitar signed by Steel Panther? I hung it on the wall right there. It's right there. There it is. Right there. Steve, I'm pretty new to Amplitude. Got a new Jackson yesterday. He sounds a little muffled. Well, make sure, and whenever you plug in, make sure you're an instrument jack in and you got the instrument mode on. This is instrument mode off. Instrument mode on. It muffles it. Even if you turn the gain up, it'll stay muffled. It's an impedance mismatch. Assuming that's not the problem, check your levels coming in if you're too high or too low. Too high, usually, it won't sound muffled. It just sounds way too hot, right? It sounds like gritty. Too low, it tends to sound thin. You know. What was your first guitar? Hold on. Okay, here we go. Oh, Jesus. Oh, ah. This one. This one right here. The finish, I don't know if you can notice this, let's go to paint cam. That's painted grain. Right, you can see where it scrapes off. That's a Cameo. Right, that's painted wood grain. Those are original strings. From 1973. The frets, it's tough to see. They may not have tangs. Oh, no, they do. Sometimes when you get to this level back then, they're just flat on the bottom and they're glued on. You know. Cameo. That was it. All right, where can I put it? I guess right there. All right, I'll be right back. That's my first electric. I got that in 1974. It's seen better days. I've thought about just throwing it out, but can't bring myself to do it. Dusty. Oh. Crap. All right, there we go. The 335 is an Aria. Bought that used in 74. It's probably from the late 60s. It's a 510T. I want to say we paid $75 for it. Used. We bought it off a Johnny Folletti down the street. In fact, I wanted the guitar. I knew he was selling it. He wanted me to buy it. And my parents were like, no, no, no. It was in September. It was a crispy day. And we were cutting through like a backyard, and I stepped on a hornet's nest. And man, I got stung 8 times. I was pretty bad. And we ran to the dude's house, who like immediately pulled out a can of Raid, because they lived in an apartment. They had roaches. Pulled out a can of like Raid and sprayed me with it. That's how a 9-year-old takes care of an 8-year-old. And I remember my parents picking me up or calling my house, and they come down and pick me up. And they were a little worried. They wanted me to maybe go to the doctor because I had been stung so many times. And my dad was like, we'll get you the guitar. Right, that works out. That works out. And they weren't bees. They were yellow jackets. They were wasps, right? And probably hornets. What's a ground dweller? Bald-faced hornets? What's the one that they have a big nest in the ground? We stepped on it. It was in the ground. I think it's a bald-faced hornet. What's the ground dweller? I mean, they were literally flying up my pant leg. My tough skins. My tough skins weren't so tough. You bastards. Murder hornets. Yeah. I'd suffer bee stings and bees for decent loot. I hear ya. When was the volume knob repositioned on the RG560? In the 3rd year. So the first year would be 88 with a serial number of 87. It would look like that in the back. And then it would be 89 with a serial number of 88. And that's about it. And then I think in that 3rd year, which would be serial number 89, retail 90. It should be moved by then. Do I have reverb on? I hope so. I love reverb. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, sure. And delay. Reverb and delay. All right. I gotta bring this down so I can... There you are. Bumblefoot, yeah. Could have been yellow. I felt like they were yellow jackets. I feel like they were like yellow jackets. Yeah. Yeah. You know that, yeah, I feel like they were yellow jackets. Wasp, the good old yellow jacket wasp. Nothing around here this year. I put a hurt down on insects around here, the likes of which I'm sure has never happened. I mean, just an absolute beatdown. It's been great. It's been great. A lot of dead insects, but a few that have actually crawled, a few crickets crawled in and made it a few feet past the door. We actually just had a cold front punch in, a real cold front. Like one that, like Canada, going, oh, hello. Oh, hello, Canada. Canada's like blurp, blurp. Big old blurp of frigid air coming down. It's refreshing. I like it. Our dew points went from like 61 to 31. That's some crispy air. Yeah, murder cricket. Yeah, thanks, Ben. Yeah, I tell you, we're on the other side of the country, and we had the smoke over here. We had the smoke for like 3 days. We couldn't smell it. It was way too high in the atmosphere, but everything looked like it was cloudy, but it wasn't. It was smoke. Yeah, you're going to get hit with it tonight in New Jersey, yeah. Yeah, we didn't even, I don't think we broke 70 today. We had a hard time breaking into the 60s. Tomorrow, I don't even think we're going to get into the 60s. We'll be down in the 50s for the day. Yeah, we had to turn the heat on, too. The cats look cold. We were like, all right. All right. You got ice picks in the knees? Yeah, no, I don't. I'm more with the wet than the cold and the dry. I need the wet and the cold. The wet, cold. Yeah, I can feel it. But dry cold, I love. 0 last night, a little frost. Yeah. 0C or 0F? 0F. That's impressive. 0C. I think we were close to that. 45 in Chicago last night, yeah. Instrument mode is on your interface, not amplitude. Instrument mode is on your interface. Hold on. How can I do this? Hold on. And then we'll go like that. Hold on. Here we go. Yeah, right there. Like that. Hold on. We'll go here. You see it? You see it on the interface there? See, it's lit up, right? It's got the volume. There's an air mode. There's a pad, and there's an instrument mode. Right? You see it? It's lit up red. Now, I have a button for mine. Yours might be done by software. Right? Yours might not have a physical button for it. It might, though. A lot of them do. It just depends on your model. Or sometimes it just says instrument, and then it should be instrument mode all the time. But if it's switchable, you got to make sure instrument mode is on. Because if it's not, you can just turn up the game, but you'll be like, geez, I have no high end. That took me years to figure out. See you, Jim. $6C. That's pretty low. Oh, Andrew Boniker in here. What's up, buddy? Good to see you. What time is it? 8:05. How's my coffee doing? Oh, yeah, a little bit. And then we're out. Here. So I think, yeah, maybe we'll do a guitar intermission. So, what are you thinking? I'm thinking nay. Thinking nay. Thinking nay to the nay. Does sound good, but I don't know. I think the decision on the guitar is to send it back. And not send it anywhere. Throw it in the back seat and drive it over to Guitar Center and just get a return on it. I think fixing the trem, once I found out Hoshino didn't have the part, and, what else? The stuck pickup, right? The pickup is sort of stuck in this pocket here. Between that and the missing clip, I think it's enough to drive me to say, no. 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 And to the guy who came to me and said he checked it with the and it was definitely the the original finish. All I gotta say is shame. 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 Paying PRS in the headstock and sell it for $2,000. That's called capitalism, people. Helps when you're in the right position. See you, Mickey. Yeah, I should just walk in with a squire and go, "What, dude? This is it. This is what you told me it was. It was a refin." Yeah, it doesn't look like the thing was a refin. Looks a little different. Well, Bobby says I should keep it and just demand a discount. Just walk in there all belligerent and go, point everything out and go, give me, 20 or 30% back. And I was like, yeah, I guess. Maybe, suppose. Steve, SM, one of your favorite Vola? Oh, they're very different guitars. Very different guitars. The Vola is also, 4 times the cost, so hard to compare. Steve, you still have any Charvels? Yeah, I still have my flame top Blackburst there. What's that, the San Dimas? Use the money for a down payment on a Kiesel? I don't know. I got a Hello Kitty cat Strat. Hello Kitty Strat. Calling my name. See you, Cushman. Yeah, I think I'll probably throw money down on a 59 Les Paul and route it out, throw a Floyd on it, put some EMGs in it. Better sound and play good. See if they'll float that discount boat. Yeah, maybe. It plays good. That's just what's killing me. It is it's a pretty decent player. And the neck, for being so old, is pretty clean except for that part there. If you ignore that part, sure. Yeah, and the great thing is like I said, I don't have to send it anywhere. I don't have to box it up. I can just drive it over there, right? You can return anything you buy from Guitar Center at any Guitar Center. That's part of the reason why I buy so much from them, is because I don't have to box it back up and ship it back and deal with return shipping and arguing with the guy. And, that's why I buy so much from them. I throw it in the back seat. I drive it over. I walk in. I go, money back. Money. Thank you. Hello. Yoo-hoo. Yeah, I think Tyler's got it right. They're not going to give me a partial refund. They'll say, well, if you're not happy with it, someone else might be. Now the satchel guitar, I don't like the satchel finishes. They're a little too over the top for me. And I don't like that he's done I don't like the DK24 he does. I liked his old one when he was with Kramer. His new one's a little too square, and it's a little bit smaller body. Get one of the 550 Genesis Ibanez. I wouldn't mind getting one and what a video. I could just compare it to my original one, right? I have a 550 in Desert Sun Yellow, Yeah, you like it, Andrew? Well, maybe it'll show up very soon on Guitar Center used. I go in and try and get the discount because it plays well, because they didn't provide the product it claims it was. Yeah, I would. And like Bobby said, he goes, I'd be demanding my shipping back, because it wasn't what they said it was. And he goes, I literally made the extra step to call them and have them check it. And they still came back and were like, oh, no, it's, I had the tech look at it and everything. Oh, it's definitely original. That's the one thing it definitely is. It's definitely original. It's like, okay. I always said to my friend, I said, if it's original, you have to say it's original. It's definitely original. It's like, yeah, it's modern art, right? With all the drips and everything. You know what? This guitar is shedding a tear for its own paint job. See that? It's literally crying. It looks at itself and says, kill me. Kill me. Hey, what's up, Sean? Really? You think the Dinky and the Ibanez are the same size? I always thought this was a touch bigger. The Dinky always felt just a hair smaller. Oh, you think I should get shipping plus another 20% just for my troubles? Exactly. I pull up gently on my Amish whip. Versace diamonds on my Walmart. Yeah. I'm Steve from Boston, goddammit. They're like security. Damn, it sounds good, right? Kind of. Uh, you play a Black Sabbath, Rick? For, oh, your Steinberger red? You mean my red Steinberger? It's great. I still have it. I love that guitar. That's a great guitar. It's a full-size guitar on a very small body. Do you like the Japanese-built Jacksons of the 90s? I haven't played too many. We weren't a Jackson dealer. Jackson wasn't owned by Fender at the time. We were a Fender dealer, but we didn't carry Jackson. So I don't know much about it. That's what our competitor down the street carried. He was a Jackson. He was a Jackson guy. I know next year you'll hear me crying. I should have never got rid of that guitar. Well, I wouldn't trade it in. I'd take a beating that way. I'd just go get my money back. I have 45 days. I'm never going to get, I don't think I'll get more than 100% of my money back on a return anywhere else. You know, I don't think refund. I could ask for a partial refund, but like I said, I've sort of moved on. I've actually been finding a couple other guitars out there. I was like, that looks pretty good. You know, I kind of always wanted a gold top. Maybe I need a gold top in my life. No, wait. No, PRS. Stay focused. The problem is that when you look at the PRS stuff that's up there right now, the inventory's way down. You know, their inventory really, really is low. And I don't think it's really going to start going up for like another 30 to 60 days as they slowly start bringing more used instruments in. The buyer's market is kind of over right now. It really is more of a seller's market, it seems. Oh yeah, Ed, you think it's all the software? You think the software is giving all the tone? I don't think so. In fact, I've heard terrible guitars through this same software. So, you know, with kind of crappy pickups. Like, quite frankly, the pickups in the Harley Benton, you know, a little weak. Some of the Squier pickups, Duncan designed, sound better, but if they're not Duncan designed, they sound pretty crappy. What's so funny is when I used to play like some of the Chinese guitars, people would say the only reason it sounds good is because you're playing through that software. I'm like, uh-huh. And then when I would play a Gibson Les Paul through it, they'd say, you know, you can't hear the real tone of that guitar unless you play it through a tube amp. I'm like, well, which is it? Is it like, you know, filling in the gaps and making it sound better? Or is it somehow shackled and, you know, chaining and holding it back? And it's like, oh, it's both. It's like, okay. Sure. A Benedetto. I'm not made of money over here. Like Warrior guitars, I don't think I've ever played them. What happened to Carvin guitars? Carvin split up with the amp company. The amp company wound up sort of folding, or certainly reorganizing into like mostly pedals now, I think, right? I don't know that they even have an amp line right now. The other one rebranded as Kiesel, but they're able to sell with the Carvin name as part of the separation agreement, and they just split up into two separate companies. So Kiesel still carries on with the Carvin name on certain guitars, but their default is Kiesel, but you can request Carvin as a name on a custom-made guitar. And then the other one I want to say is all pedals now. right? Pretty much all pedals. Tone is in the hands and in the hearts. I think tone is in the hands quite a bit. People used to say, well, how does the guitar sound? And my response is usually, well, it depends on who's playing it. Right? Sure thing, hot shot. Exactly. Oh, some Motley Crue, like. Oh, right. That's the. I think it's. So what is right? A little riff at the end. You can't beat a cheap guitar through a $10,000 amp. $10,000, please. My minimum for an amp right now is $95,000 with my Dumble, my collection of Dumbles. No, Anthony. Think we're sending her. We're going back. Yeah, I used to hear that a lot too. You make every guitar sound the same. You mean the same player with the same technique, playing the same riffs through the same rig sounds the same? Fascinating. Wow. We have a theory. I do like that new cover he does of She, and he also does a what is it? He does like a rock version of Lola, right? Yeah, well, exactly. As Terry points out, anyone can afford Dumbles when you're getting paid $10,000 for each pedal review you do. $10,000 pedal review. A couple pedal reviews later. There you go. I saw that B. Polsky. Anyone get Satriani's backing tracks to play along? I saw that he's putting out. I didn't get them, but I saw that he's putting out backing tracks. Feels like he's trolling us though. He's like, go ahead, try and play to my backing tracks. No, it sounds great. Like my professor in school. No, that's great. That's really good. Oh, you knew. How did we get to 4 cats? My God. They're getting a little better about being around each other. We were a little worried that the big cats, not Buddy. Buddy's like, he doesn't care. He's, he truly is everyone's buddy. But the other cat, she's younger and I think a little more high strung, and it was taking her a little bit to get used to him, but now she's just like, whatever. The kittens, though, are freaking on fire. My God, do they have energy. It's, like I said to the wife and kids, it's going to get worse before it gets better. These cats are friggin' out of control. Yeah, I still have that Harry Benton Gold Top. It's right there. It's the first guitar in the series. It goes Gold Top, Ibanez S series, the Iomi, the EVH clone there, the lipstick red 560, the Desert Sun yellow 550, my scalloped 560, the signed Kramer, another S series, and then the fake gem at the end. Yeah, thanks, Terry. The Dumble Fund to get a kickstart, exactly. See you, Pete. Thanks for hanging out, man. Yeah, 4 cats. It's pretty bad. I know. Steve, what's the first guitar I got with my own money? That's a good question because they were pretty much bought for me. The Ibanez Les Paul, my dad bought for me, and same with the Fender The Strat. So the first one I bought with my money was the Kramer. It was the Kramer. And to pay the last of it off, I had to trade in my Strat. I didn't have the rest of the money, and I saw no way. And they really raked me over the coals on that Strat. It was so bad. Yeah, like 8 cats. Oh, my God. I'll show that to my wife. She'll be like, we need more. Oh, thanks, Michael. Thanks, man. Much appreciated. No, thank you. Ah. Four cats. You are rich, I know. God. I even said that. I'm like, these cats are going to break us between vet appointments and food. But I think my wife is going to go to the, she's going to go to the food by mail, right? The delivery system. Actually, with a fake gem, those are harder to get to because I have a table in between that I keep right here, and I have another guitar leaning against it, and it's the last one in the row. So that one's a little tricky. That's a little tricky. But it's not a great guitar. Of all the Chinese ones I got, I think I can easily say that one was the worst. You know, the rest had like some redeeming quality, but that one not so much. That one was like shitty frets with a shitty trim, a really shitty paint job, and like really shitty pickups. It was the shitty special. Hell's Bells? Yeah. Am I the one cleaning the litter boxes? No. In fact, no. 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 No, if you want cats, you're taking on the litter boxes. So I'm a fool says, what does Steve decide with the RG? I'm sending it back. Now, if I remember correctly, I'm looking at your avatar here. You actually had some pretty good advice when you left a comment. The problem is, and I'm not going to lie, your avatar and your avatar name, it's undermining confidence in your advice. Not going to lie, it's a marketing error on that. Did you like that version of Manic Depression? I did like that. Yeah. Ace covers that on the new album, too. That's such a great song, you know? Hold on. What is it? Hope a Kramer is waiting when you take that back. Yeah, that Kramer never got listed again. Someone in there took that Kramer home. We all got ganked on that Kramer. That was an old-fashioned ganking. You know, no, let me take your. That was like my professor. No, that's great. No, let me take your number down, man. We'll call you back. Sure. Yeah, he left my number like 6 times. No, give me your number again. No, give me the number again. No, we'll call you. How much does an album go for these days? I have no idea. It's free. I have Amazon Unlimited. I get like 70 million albums for $14 a month for the whole family. I think up to 6 accounts. Still the fake EVH? I do. It's right there. It's got no strings on it though. I was using it to work on my fret skills. I got the frets like friggin' mirrored ball ends. Yeah, we have 3 litter boxes. You need them. And you have to spread them out too. And they'll find the one that they like. The Kramer was a first half of 87, so the 3D small block Kramer with American after it. After that, it went to the large drop. That was to compete with Jackson, but it always looked like crap. They should have just stuck with the old one. The block one I thought was awesome. So it was like the first half of '87, but they've already gone to the custom 1, custom 2 body, right? It's no longer the round; it's the squarer one. I think everyone felt like everyone was moving away from round and moving towards square, and that's why this came out, right? Harder edges. You see that across the industry. Kramer came out with the Showmaster, the same thing, much squarer edge. Their custom 1, custom 2s all had a much squarer edge on it. It was definitely a move to get rid of the rounder shape. So I want to say, what was the single, double? I think that's the custom 2, right? And it was 2 doubles. The custom 1, humbucker, and the custom 2 was single, humbucker. Hey, what's up, Tony? Robin Trower, I don't think I know any. Welcome to the jungle. I never can I remember that by the time that they got famous, I was 22. I was already moved on to like, Chick Corea and Mike Stern and John Scofield. Yeah, let's see. There we go. So you want to see what? How do I do the what? Oh yeah, how do you do the shame gong? Yeah. All right. So here's how you do the shame gong. Okay, you ready? You take 2 strings. I'm going to do these 2 middle strings seem to work well, right? What you do is you flip them over on each other. You see that? Right? And there's a cross point. You see that? They're over on each other. Right? Right? I've literally flipped them over. Now, I'm too high up. You got to do it lower. Here you go. Shame. It helps to just pluck them. What if you try moving your fingers around? Well, you can never move your fingers. Okay? Listen to me. All right, this is very serious. Never move your fingers, okay? The fate of the universe rests on it. Used to love the Pace of Carrera, yeah, Black on Black, and don't forget the what was the other one? The one with the hexaphonic pickup there, the stereo one, the Ridley or something, the Ridley Scott. It would like burst out of your chest. So you got to do it with your... You do that bend, but it's too hot. You can hear the other strings going. Yeah, I agree, Taylor. Dune buggy paint. Looks like the Charvel, right? Right? Doesn't it? Looks like the Charvel. Maybe not quite as metallic flake as Charvel, but pretty close. And those are definitely not the original knobs. The dome is smaller. You got a big dome there, bro. Definitely not original. Those are the knobs of infinite sadness. Yeah, the Ripley. The Ripley Scott. Great. I had a full day. Pick up bread, milk, eggs, wash the car. Now I have to deal with the fate of the universe. Exactly. Never move your fingers. Come on. Steve, what's the difference between the new Fender HM and the old one? I am hoping the neck width, because the width on the old ones were ridiculously wide, to the point where I almost bought one, and I literally just could not. And it was cheap, $3.99 for an original one in black, in pretty decent shape. They wound up selling it for $2.99. At $2.99, I almost just ran out to get it just to do a video on it, and it sold. I didn't make it in time. At $3.99, I could have walked right up and walked out the door with it. And I passed because the neck was too wide. I think the new ones are the Charvel necks. I don't think they're going to reinvent the wheel. I think they're just going to use the Charvel neck. You know? Yeah, exactly. Don't buy this orange. Oh, thanks, Music Therapy Laz. Much appreciated, man. $2.99 for an original Fender HM. When it was on, I'd have to look it up, but it was a couple of years ago. I was going out to visit a friend of mine who lived out in Western Mass, and on the way, my plan was, because it's right by the Mass Pike, and he lives out off the Pike, I will catch the Pike out in Framingham, Natick. I'll go to Guitar Center first. I'll pick up the guitar, and I'll show up. Hey, look at me. I'm showing up with a guitar. Check this out, you know? And I couldn't walk out the door with it. It was at the Natick store. And then I saw online that they had changed it to $2.99. I was like, oh, $2.99. But when I went to go add it to my cart, it was already gone. They're like, we're sorry, there's insufficient quantities to fulfill your order. Please remove from your cart. And I was like, all right, that makes sense. Stop messing around. You know what I want. You know what I need. Or maybe you don't. Do I have to come right out and tell you everything now? Give me some more. I'm just practicing for when I go to return it. Yeah, Carvel guitars, Fudgy the Whale, Cookie Puss. Wouldn't you love to have Fudgy the Whale? That dude, he must have been a chain smoker, my God. Kids, you're gonna love my new Cookie Puss. And he used to do all kinds of copyrighted ones. I remember getting a Kermit the Frog one and a Cookie Monster one. You wonder if they ever came down on him, right? That guy, he was regional, Crowbar. I don't think he went much past like the Mid-Atlantic, right? It was definitely New England, and I think he worked his way down in the Mid-Atlantic, and then I think that was it. And then, was he bought up? Did he get picked up by somebody and just bought out, and they went just in? Is there even a Carvel store left? Or didn't they go just? Are they just completely? I don't know what happened to them. Cookie Puss. $14. Oh, that one behind me, that's my Select Strat. That one right there. Good old Selecty. Selectamundo. Did you ever play the Crossroads Jackson Custom Shop again after me the video? Well, Bobby took it home with him because he owns it. I don't think I've played it again. He had 2 of them, and I know he got rid of one of them, and I think he still has the other one. He had a couple of them. You should do a review of the Butthole Burner Overdrive. I'd love to, but they got to send me one. I can't spend money on promotion for Steel Panther. But if they sent me one, I'd do it. Sure. Sure. Just Carvel and grocery stores? That makes sense. UFO riffs? I don't think I know any. Dragnet? That's, What, this one here? That's a mini Les Paul. It's like a Les Paul, but mini. I call it mini Les Paul. Carvel, okay, headquartered in Atlanta. Locations. Well, James Carvel passed away years ago, right? When did he go? He probably went in the early 2000s, maybe even in the 90s. Because I remember him from the 70s. I'm 12 and I listen to Stu Panther. Good for you. There you go. There's an education for you. They'll be locking you back up in your cell in 10 minutes. Oh, man. Like EVH's Mini? Yeah, something like that. His was a much nicer custom-made one than that. But that was a good brand. In fact, the guy who sent me that has kept in touch with me. And a really nice guy. And a guy out of Texas. And he got one that was a gold top. I was like, gold top? Look at that. That's crazy. Really nice. And you know, if you like one and you want to get one, you could probably pay an exorbitant fee to some Japanese seller on eBay, and they'll send you one by Edwards, and the neck pickup would be a speaker. But you could rip that out and just throw another pickup in it. You know, you don't have to leave the amplification in it. And it looks like a little, I forget if it's a Les Paul Standard or a Les Paul Custom. But they're adorbs. Tell you, my eyes are watering. Someone's got their wood burning stove going, and man, I got the window cracked open there. And damn, is that smoke coming in here big time. Yeah, Cookie Puss killed him. It was the segment on Stern. That was the final straw. Never seen you play an Explorer. You know, I've been sort of looking at Explorers. That's the one shape that Epiphone makes that I really love because they don't change anything about it. You know? And the Gibson ones aren't that expensive. You could find them around $1,000, $1,200. I did play a wonderful one. This guy, Pete, I'm blanking on his last name. God, he's such a good guy, and I'm actually supposed to do something for him, and it's been a catastrophe of trying to find time for it. But I met him at the Chapman event when Chapman rolled through town. He was a couple of towns over, and I went to that, and I met this guy, and he had like an Explorer like custom with all the binding and the inlays and everything. That was a really nice guitar. I was like, now that's an Explorer I could own. Man, look at that thing. It's beautiful. Really, really nice. Yeah, you know who had a nice Explorer style was Sully from Sully's Guitars. It was big. It was kind of oversized. Kind of like that. It's a California Fire. No, we're not quite there, but no, that's definitely somebody burning wood and maybe a little bit of trash too. You know, kill two birds with one stone there. It is dry. Thanks for showing an old dog a new trick, the shame gong. Yeah, shame gong. Truth be told, that was showed to me in Germany by Phil X 3 years ago when we were in Phil Warwick when he was with Framus. You got to explore. You approve? Yeah, they're fun. You can hear the cat running around up there. Still using overloud THU? I am. 5-minute warning. Also, it's got a little grounding problem too. Hear that? Quiet there. Gets a little louder there. Even though it's parallel, you know, because parallel should be humbucking. I know. When do you think live bands will come back? It's going to be a while, I think. I think it's going to be a little while because what happened, like so many campuses that have gotten back together, what's happened, they've all kind of had like little outbreaks. You know, I think it could be a little while. The most of what I'm hearing is like end of next year, about a year from now, things will start to feel like they're back to normal. That's what I'm hearing. But who knows? No one really knows. I think that woman at the very beginning, she goes, look, things take 10 times longer than you think. This is 3 to 5 years. And I'm like, now that's probably more realistic. Jetsons is yeah. Yeah. BJ's is better than Sam's Club. Yeah, but Costco, man. I'm a Costco guy. I love Costco. They say guitar sales are way up. No, I've heard that too. Big story in the New York Times about it. Someone sent me a link to it. They're like, check this out, bro. Huge fan from California. What are your thoughts on Kramer's new line? I love Kramer stuff. They have I tell you, I played the SM1 line, that Orange Crush, and they make a blue Crush? Blue metallic? And like a Galaxy Black. They're all pretty smoking. I played those at, I want to say, I didn't even play them at Winter NAMM. I want to say it was Summer NAMM last year. Summer NAMM 19. Feels so long ago. God. You remember way, way back? If we get vaccination by the end of the year, but I think there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be, right? No one wants to buy software in the first version, right? Right? Apple announces a new phone. Never buy the first version of any new hardware. Wait, because they always work it out, right? There's that feeling like the first version is still in sort of beta, and they're just expanding the test group. I think there's a lot of people that would wait, quite frankly. If you try to Relish guitar, I think I did. Those are the ones, the kind of hollow, big bulbous hollow ones. I think that's the guitar company. Yeah, I met those guys at the Dallas Guitar Show the last couple of years, especially last year, the 2019 one. I remember stopping at their booth a few times because they were near my buddy's booth. So I kept walking by them. And I'm a personable guy. Hey, yeah, I wouldn't mind checking them out. They're very interesting, right? Those kind of carved out big hollow ones. Am I thinking of the right company or no? Am I completely out? No. No, their guitars are literally made with relish. They have a shelf life. You agree, but if you're like 90, I don't know, if I was 90, I'd be extra worried. You need someone who's like 19. Hey, what's up, Metalhead Hippie? What's up, buddy? Yeah, you're on the beta list. They say the flu is way down because people have been staying. It's funny how that happens. Would make sense, though, right? Because people are just farther apart. All right, well, you know what? It's 9 p.m. All right. So I'll see you next week. I probably won't have this guitar. It's probably... Stay tuned online and keep your eye out because, yeah, I think it's going back. Does sound good, though. Does sound pretty good. Michael Palmisano? Yes. This guy could turn me. Some AC/DC. Well, we're having fun. We like to have fun. That's what we do. See you, Fender Heart. Oh, thanks, Ogalud. Oh, thanks, man. I really appreciate that. No, you rock on. No, Michael, you sound great. No, you rock, hot shot. All right, there we go. We'll end with a little Van Halen. Yeah, thin neck. Get the thin neck on that one. All right, dudes. No, you rock. It's after 9, though. My family's all locked upstairs, and they're probably harumphing that I'm not done yet to unleash them from their lockup on the 2nd and 3rd floors. It's not like we have 4 friggin' floors in this house. Anyway, no, you rock. I will, I'll see you in a week, and I got some more videos coming out this week. How's that for a tease? All right, dudes. No, you rock. All right, hot shot. We'll see you in the next one. And until then, rock on.